Have you ever wondered what makes a cake rise when it bakes, or why iron rusts over time? You're not alone. These are examples of the extraordinary yet commonplace phenomena that surround us. From the simple act of baking a cake to the inexorable rusting of iron, there's a world of intricate processes at play. Unseen to our eyes, they impact our lives in countless ways. These are not just random events, but rather, they are the results of something we call a chemical reaction. So, what exactly is a chemical reaction? Well, let's simplify it. Imagine you're baking a cake. You've got your flour, eggs, sugar, and butter. These ingredients, on their own, are quite different from one another, right? Now, what happens when you mix them together and put them in the oven? You get a cake, something entirely new and different from the ingredients you started with. This process is quite similar to a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction, substances known as reactants undergo a transformation to become different substances or products. Just like our cake ingredients, which are the reactants, transform into a cake, the product. Now, this transformation isn't just a simple mix and match. It involves a change in the molecular structure of the reactants. This means, at a microscopic level, the atoms in the reactants are rearranging themselves to form new substances. Picture the ingredients of our cake. When heated in the oven, they undergo a transformation at a molecular level, resulting in a new substance, a delicious cake. It's important to note that during a chemical reaction, the total amount of matter remains constant. This principle is known as the law of conservation of mass. Let's go back to our cake analogy. The weight of the cake is the same as the combined weight of all the ingredients before baking. Similarly, in a chemical reaction, the mass of the products is equal to the mass of the reactants. Chemical reactions are everywhere. They're happening within our bodies when we digest food, in plants during photosynthesis, and even in your car's engine. They're an integral part of life on Earth. But remember, chemical reactions are not just about creating something new. They can also involve breaking down substances into simpler ones. Think about when a log burns in a fire. The log, through the process of combustion, is broken down into simpler substances like ash, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. So, at their core, chemical reactions are all about substances transforming into new substances. Now that we understand what a chemical reaction is, let's delve into what makes it tick. Every chemical reaction is a fascinating dance of molecules, and the key players in this dance are the reactants and the products. Reactants are the substances that start the reaction. They're like the opening act of a show, setting the stage for everything that follows. On the other hand, products are the substances that are formed by the reaction. They're the grand finale, the result of all the action that's taken place. But a chemical reaction isn't just about the reactants turning into products, it's also about the energy that's involved. During a reaction, energy is neither created nor destroyed. Instead, it's transferred or transformed. This is a fundamental principle known as the conservation of energy. So in every chemical reaction, energy is always on the move. It might be absorbed from the surroundings, causing the reaction to feel cold. This is what we call an endothermic reaction, or it might be released into the surroundings, making the reaction feel hot. This is known as an exothermic reaction. In essence, a chemical reaction is a complex choreography of reactants, products, and energy. It's a process that's constantly happening all around us and even inside us. So, whether it's baking a cake or rusting iron, the key components of a chemical reaction, reactants, products, and energy are always at play. With such complex operations happening all around us, it's fascinating to see how chemical reactions shape our world, isn't it? We've journeyed through the captivating realm of chemical reactions, tearing down the walls of complexity to reveal a world of simplicity. We've unraveled the truth of what a chemical reaction truly is, a process where substances are transformed into new ones. with their own unique properties. We've also delved into the heart of these reactions, exploring the key components that make them possible. We learned about reactants, the starting materials, and products, the resulting substances. And we've seen how catalysts can speed up these reactions, playing a critical role in many processes we see every day, from the food we cook to the air we breathe. Chemical reactions are an integral part of our lives, often happening right before our eyes, unnoticed. So the next time you see a cake rise in the oven or a piece of iron rust, remember, you're witnessing a chemical reaction in action.